Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Before I begin, here are my disclaimers. Today I am going to give you an update about SINOTRUK interim report. SINOTRUK Hong Kong Limited offers a diverse range of businesses and services across various sectors. These include manufacturing and sale of heavy-duty trucks, medium heavy-duty trucks, light-duty trucks, buses, and related parts and component specialty vehicles for specific industries, industrial and construction machinery engines, key assemblies for heavy-duty trucks parts and components such as gearboxes, casting, forging, cabins, axles and steel frames, axle and transmission parts, truck refitting services, financial services including plus deposit taking and borrowings, plus bank bills discounting, plus auto and supply chain financing, plus issue of bills, plus entrusted loans and investment, plus customer credit services, plus loans, plus consultation and strategic planning services, import and export of trucks and spare parts, engine manufacturing and reproduction research, development, and sale of commercial vehicles. The steady increase in SINOTRUK's stock price over the past year can be attributed to several key factors. The company's strong financial performance in 2024, marked by a 10% year-on-year revenue growth and a 15% increase in total profit and tax contributions, was a significant contributor. Additionally, SINOTRUK's market leadership in the heavy-duty truck sector, with sales reaching 105,000 units and a market share of 20.2%, further boosted its stock price. The company's expansion into new energy vehicles, NEVs, also played a crucial role, with NEV heavy-duty truck sales increasing by 280% year-on-year. SINOTRUK's robust export performance, with HDT exports reaching 135,000 units and export revenue projected at RMB 45.1 billion, further contributed to its stock price growth. Furthermore, the company's investment in research and development (R&D), which increased by 8%, enabled it to unveil new models and advancements, including a hydrogen fuel ultra-low drag energy-saving truck. The release of new vehicle models tailored to various transport needs also helped SINOTRUK maintain its market positioning. Overall, these positive developments and market trends have driven the increase in SINOTRUK's stock price over the past year, rather than a lack of significant change. The primary drivers of revenue growth or decline can be summarized as follows. Revenue growth drivers. The main contributors to revenue growth include sales of new energy heavy-duty trucks, plus 185.9% YoY, export market demand for heavy-duty trucks, plus 2.69% YoY, consumption growth, plus 5% YoY, and the introduction of new services such as auto finance services and provision of financing services. Additionally, increased sales volume of engines, 37.1% YoY, and external engine sales, accounting for 4.9% of the segment's total sales, also contributed to revenue growth. Revenue decline drivers. The primary drivers of revenue decline include a decrease in HDT sales in mainland China, minus 19.3%, LDT sales, minus 10.4%, and a decrease in provision of financing services, minus 21.8%. Other factors contributing to revenue decline include volume rebate, contract liabilities, and accruals. Net income and profit margins underwent significant changes in the recent period. Net income rose by 4% to RMB 3,427 million, primarily driven by a substantial increase in truck sales volume of 7%. However, this growth was offset by a decline in net profit margin, which decreased by 1.4 percentage points to 7.3%. On the other hand, gross profit margin improved by 0.4 percentage points to 15.1%, while operating profit margin of the finance segment increased by 3.2 percentage points to 49.7%. The improved profitability of heavy-duty truck products and a significant increase in sales volume contributed to these positive changes. The overall net income growth was influenced by various factors, including investment in associates and decreased other long-term equity investments. Despite the decline in net profit margin, the company's financial performance showed resilience, with notable improvements in certain segments. The company's ability to generate positive operating cash flow is a crucial indicator of its financial health. According to various pages in the financial summary, there are multiple instances where it is confirmed that the company is indeed generating positive operating cash flow, pages 32, 35, 48, 51, 118, and 135. These confirmations suggest that the company's operations are producing sufficient cash to cover its expenses. However, there are also instances where negative operating cash flow or insufficient information are reported, pages 31, 36, 50, 94, 115, and 141, which may indicate periods of financial strain. Overall, the preponderance of evidence suggests that the company is generating positive operating cash flow, but it's essential to consider these mixed signals when evaluating its financial performance. The company's debt level and interest expenses have shown some fluctuations over the years. While total borrowings increased by 16.7% to RMB 6,652 million on page 52, another report on page 90 indicates a slightly lower increase of 18.3%. However, it is worth noting that interest-bearing borrowings skyrocketed from 0 to 3,489,972 on page 135, suggesting a significant change in debt level. On the other hand, interest expenses have been inconsistent across different reports. Interest paid increased by $22,824 on page 95, but interest expense for deposit-taking services decreased from RMB 16,617 to RMB 10,864 on page 137. Unfortunately, no information is provided on interest expenses on page 141. Overall, while there are some changes in debt level and interest expenses, they do not appear to be significant or consistent across all reports. The company's financial performance varied across different segments and regions. Notably, the finance segment excelled in loan collection and recovery efforts. Additionally, light-duty trucks and engines demonstrated strong operating profits, with assets exceeding liabilities. In contrast, heavy-duty trucks underperformed, recording significant operating losses. Furthermore, a segment of the engine division also underperformed in 2025 compared to the previous year. These results indicate that while some segments showed resilience, others struggled, highlighting areas for improvement and potential restructuring opportunities. The company has a history of paying dividends to its shareholders. In 2024, it paid a final dividend of $0.55 or RMB 0.51, and in 2025, an interim dividend of $0.74 or RMB 0.68 was distributed. Additionally, the company has also been buying back shares through its share award scheme, resulting in savings of RMB 325 million without spending any cash on purchasing new shares. Concerns about inventory buildup or supply chain disruption exist. The financial summary highlights growing concerns regarding inventory buildup and potential supply chain disruptions. Notable increases in finished goods, including engines, parts, and components, 174,122 units, and trucks and others, 515,501 units, suggest a significant accumulation of stock. Furthermore, write-downs and reversals related to inventory values indicate potential issues with supply chain management. The decrease in write-downs, 132,621, an increase in reversal of write-downs, 68,075, also point towards potential disruptions in the supply chain. These indicators collectively raise concerns about the company's ability to manage its inventory effectively and mitigate potential risks associated with supply chain disruptions. That concludes the financial summary for SINOTRUK. Feel free to comment below, and I will be happy to answer them when possible.